Sorry, I'm so sorry. Anybody that's watching the VOD, my microphone was unplugged. Whoops. That is what you call being prepared. What's up, Sheila? How you doing? That is what you call being prepared right there. Forgetting that you unplugged my microphone earlier to debug something. Whew. Well, here we are. That's probably going to be a quick 1 hour type stream probably. I don't think we're going to go the distance or anything. It's just, I didn't really want to lose my streak. You know, I was going back and forth. Like, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I go? And eventually I was like, yeah, we're not just going to lose the streak. You know what I mean? So here we are. We're going to see how this all comes out. I'm going to tell everybody I'm live. I am live. All right. Yep. So, yeah. I didn't stream, right? Remember when I made my new channel, right? Or my new schedule, not channel. Whew, I'm tired. Remember when I made my new schedule? And I was like, I'm going to stream from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. now instead of 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. Remember when I said that? Also, we're going to do the Sha of Anger today. We're going to destroy the Sha of Anger. Well, I ended up not doing that today. Now, you may be wondering why. Like, people... I know, right? I'm sure there's people waiting for me to be like, where's he at? Where's the stream today? Where's King Alex Gilbert? Where's the World of Warcraft? Well, as you know, I am a high school senior. Well, I'm about to be 5 days. In 5 days, I will be a high school senior. If you are also following my streams, my schedule's messed up. It's still messed up. It's been messed up for, man, I don't even know how long it's been messed up for. I gotta think about it, man. I honestly gotta think about it. What, 2 weeks now? Like I said, I've been complaining about this for 15 hours of straight up content. So I was like, enough's enough. No dilly-dally. We're gonna lock in. You know what I mean? We're locking in. We're doing this right now. We're gonna end this right now. I'm not gonna do anything else. Not gonna stream. Not gonna play World of Warcraft. I'm not gonna play video games in general. I'm not gonna do, hey, shout out to the achievement, by the way. I'm not gonna do anything else. All I'm gonna do is dedicate all my time to send emails, call up people, and make plans. Because it's Friday. Next week, I'll have 2 weeks because they're not gonna work on it during the weekend, right? So I'll have 2 more days to figure this out. So let's do this. We have the last 3 days to figure this out. Come on, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on. So I did that. It took probably about 3 to 4 hours. I was done around 3. I could have streamed for about an hour, but at that point I was like, no, I'm going to leave my schedule open just in case. But I collaborated with my mom. And we called up the CSA people, called up the CSA, my digital cybersecurity internship boot camp that I was talking about in yesterday's stream. Called them up. I was like, hey, because we're sending emails back and forth, right? We were sending these people emails back and forth. We're basically the email squad. Is he dead yet? Please don't be dead. Yes, he's half health. Okay, we're going to tag him in time. I kind of wanted to actually stream killing this guy, but it's fine. So I called him up, right? Because we were sending emails back and forth. And like Miss Miller, he's, no offense to this guy, by the way, he's really nice. But we weren't getting anywhere doing emails, you know? I wouldn't say they were useless. Like, we were slowly making progress, right? But, you know, at this point, the amount of emails we were sending out, we're not going to cut it, you know what I mean? Just we're not. So, we were like, you know what? We're not getting anywhere with this. Why don't we just call him up, right? So, you know, we found his phone number online, you know, we were like, beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Ring, 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 ring. Popped up. He's like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, yo, I'm King Alex Gilbert. I mean, obviously I said Alex Gilbert. I didn't say King Alex Gilbert. I mean, come on. You don't want to sound like a narcissist. when you're talking to your future teacher. But I'm like, yo, I'm Alex Gilbert, and I'm wondering about this CSA digital internship. I have some questions, and I'm just wondering. Oh, we didn't win the bonus roll. That sucks. And I just have a few questions to you, man. I just have a few questions about this course. I want to make sure, you know, I have my school schedule all done next year. I'm wondering what's what. You know what I mean? What's what? So, you know, it's very simple. We were talking back and forth, and he's like, yeah, the CSA cybersecurity thing. Don't you stress. Whoever I heard that from. But don't worry. I respect this guy. I think he's actually going to, like, when he says don't stress, I think he actually means it. But he's like, yeah, don't stress out. It's asynchronous, which means I can work on it whenever I want to work on it. You know, it's not like a set school day. You know, maybe I want to dedicate an hour. I can do that. Maybe I want to dedicate 5 minutes. I can do that, like a day, obviously. Then maybe I want to do 5 minutes a day. That's fine. If I want to do an hour a day, that's fine. If I want to do if I want to do a whole day, that's also fine. You know, it's asynchronous. You just have to get it done before June of next year. Starts in September. And you know what? All good. You know, I'm talking with him. You know, I have my phone, my speaker. You know, me and my mom talking to him. We just have it in the middle like this. And I'm like, yeah, this all sounds good. But what about this certification? Because, you know, you get this digital internship, cybersecurity internship certification, CompTIA++, CAI++. I have no idea. I had 85 pluses. It's like the digital deluxe of cybersecurity things. I don't know why there's so many pluses. It sounds like something I would name, to be honest with you. But he said, yeah, that's not guaranteed. Which, you know, kind of sucks, you know what I mean? You have to actually take a professional level test. But he did say, you know, don't worry. We got a practice test for you. We got a practice test. We can practice as many times as you want, whether it be 55 or 1 or even none. And whenever you feel ready to take it, whenever you feel confident, you can take the test and we'll sponsor one, because normally it costs about $200 to take the test. But they're like, you know, we'll sponsor you on one of them. So it's not guaranteed, but you put the hours in, it's practically guaranteed, you know. You do the practice test, you do the stuff, and it's in. So I'm like, okay, no, yeah, that's great, man. That's great. Honestly, that is great. Good to know. How strenuous is the course? You know, I know it's asynchronous, but how hard it is. And he's like, yeah, I'm assuming you have a fundamental understanding of computers and how they work, right? Like a very basic fundamental understanding. And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, I know about networking. I know about all this, like, very chill, very easy stuff. So he said, yeah, it'll be probably pretty easy, you know? I mean, it's not gonna be that complex, you know? It's for high schoolers. I mean, he didn't say that, but yeah, he was saying, yeah, it's not complex at all. Great. Perfecto. There was also no extra cost. The state of Indiana sponsoring it all. And I can even, like, because next semester, right, my school is allowing me to take half a day off. The entirety of half a day. Because I'm senior year, right, I got all my required classes done, I can take half the day off, as long as I'm doing something, whether it be working a job or doing some internship thing, and this will count. So he was saying, I don't even have to work on it first semester. He would like to talk to me a little bit in September just to make sure, you know, I'm legit, you know what I mean? He wants to talk to me a little bit in December just to make sure I'm not a troll or anything. But after that, you're set, man. Like, you could work on it. I can just forget about it until September. Or not September, second semester. There we go. I can just completely forget about it until second semester. Fantastic. Because then I could just work on it maybe half my day, half my school day at the comfort of my own home. Just chill now, you know what I mean? So I believe that was all I talked to him and said. And I said, yeah, man, thanks for calling me up, answering my questions. This makes my decision a heck of a lot easier, man. Thank you. Have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month, amazing year, yada, yada, yada. I mean, I didn't say that part, but you know. I told him that. And then right after I hung up, right? The second I hung up, boom, notification. You got an email from Miss Miller, my counselor. And she's like, yeah, Alex, just coming in to confirm a few things. Don't worry. I switched your flex class, which is my homeroom class. So that completely done. Everything that has to do with Miss Miller, done now. She switched my homeroom class to somebody I want. Perfect. And also she said, yeah, so this internship that you want to do will actually work towards tech honors. And tech honors, like it's a tech honors diploma. Basically what you do for that is you have to work your normal amount of classes, right? The normal amount of classes in order to graduate high school. But then on top of that, if you work an internship or a job, work-based program experience during school, heck, they'll give you this special diploma. They'll give you this super duper deluxe edition diploma that makes you look really good on your resume, I guess. And this internship fulfills it. So that's a huge win towards the internship. So I'll not only get, it's guaranteed as well, right? So even if I fail the certification, I still get it because I'm doing the internship. So this is great, right? Huge pro. I get a guaranteed honors work diploma, right? Tech honors diploma. I also get a decent chance at getting this CompTIA++ Super Deluxe Edition tech certificate, right? I'm obviously saying it wrong. I have my notes on my phone, but guess what? Guess where my phone is? Oh yeah, that's right. If you've been following my streams, my phone's a webcam. But that's great, right? That's great, man. So I not only get a guarantee thing. So even if I do this, I get a guaranteed tech honors diploma. But not just the tech honors diploma. I have a very high chance of getting this certification. And especially if I have 2 hours a day during second semester to work on it. And he says it's only about 40 hours, man. This whole like training thing is only about 40 hours. After that, you just get to do fun AI stuff, you know? Learn with ChatGPT. Learn how to optimize AI to serve you, the creator, the master. Which is great, man. So basically, it's 40 minutes of hard work, and then the rest of the course and how much time you have left, it's just you, man. You have fun with it. Do your thing. Do your thing, man. You just have to get through the 40 hours. And the 40 hours is the only required part, you know? If you don't get to the GPT stuff, if you don't get to the AI part of the course, that's fine. Really, the only thing that's required about the course is the CSA cybersecurity certification type stuff. Great. Perfect. Spectacular. No stress at all. So I'll get the knowledge, I'll get stuff that's good on my resume, I'll get a certification, I get to get out of school 2 hours early. On second semester, obviously. Or 2 hours, yeah, 2 hours early, yeah, because we're doing it in the second half of the day. So yeah, 2 hours early. No stress, no harm, no foul. All this plus, really no stress at all. Miss Miller came through, fixed my flex class. And honestly, I might have everything figured out. Now, once again, I'm not sure, right? We're going to convene back again in December because even though I kind of have a good idea what I'm going to do second semester, I'm not sure. I still got to get my interest better. And heck, I haven't even looked at the cybersecurity thing yet. I just decided I'm going to do it. I haven't even looked at the course. The course does not start till September. School starts in August. Which obviously, right? I'll go into a month of school before I do the certification thing. So I won't know if I even like the certification thing until a month in. So there's no reason, right? There's no reason at all to finalize my second semester scheduling. Which is great, by the way. It's great. Shout out to Miss Miller, my counselor, that she's even allowing me to pause my second semester schedule. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to have this all done, right? You're supposed to have everything done. You just are. By the way, these were epic boots. I forgot to highlight those. Epic boots, by the way. Let's go. First epic. But you're supposed to sit down with Miss Miller, and you're supposed to get the whole year schedule done. But she's allowing me. I mean, yes, she messed up a little as well, but she's allowing me to fix all this, you know? Like, hold off. She's allowing me to hold off till December to change everything, which is great. And that's when I'll figure out, you know what? I'm vibing with this CSA stuff. I'll keep it. My digital internship boot camp. I'm vibing with it. I'm chilling with it. Or maybe I'm like, nah, this sucks, and I'll do some college level class. So we'll see, but it's not gonna interrupt my schedule. All carefree, chill, completely free, no stress, asynchronous. If you wanna go on a 3-month hiatus and then work on it, be my guest, man. If you wanna grind it all out in the first day, I mean, that's probably not possible. In the first month, hey, so be it as well. We work for you. You know, that's basically what it is, and that's great. You know, it was a huge curveball, right? Because I was thinking, oh, it's going to interrupt some of my classes. It's stressful. It's a lot of work. But I called up the dude, and he alleviated my stress. He answered my questions. He just made me feel good about the program in general. Not that stressful. Like I said, only 40 hours. Only 40 hours for the main required thing. I mean, the course in general is 99 hours, but only 40 hours of it is required. No stress, no harm, no foul. And you have until June to finish it, you know, so it's great. I don't think there's any problems there. No conflicts really with my schedule in first semester. And, you know, all I have to do is meet with him a little bit at the beginning. And then after that, you know, if I want to meet with him, I'll meet with him. You know what I mean? If I don't want to meet with him, I won't meet with him. It's just, he is at my disposal as a resource, basically. Which is great, because I was thinking this thing, right, was going to be extremely hard, extremely scary, extremely just complex in general, too hard, too much to juggle, right? Too much to juggle, and I would have to sacrifice all these college classes. But it's looking like here, it's looking like it's not going to be that difficult, at least from what I heard from the guy. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, right? I haven't taken it yet. But, you know, he was like, yeah, you know, most of the kids, they seem to be vibing with it. It seems to be easy for them. Or, like, not easy, but not, holy crap, you know what I mean? This is terrible. So, they all seem to be vibing with it. We all seem to be chilling. All the kids seem to be fine. So, it seems like it's just a nice thing I can have in my back pocket, you know what I mean? Kind of like teen court. You know, doing teen court, I have that in my back pocket every month, just in case if something else falls through. You know, if teen court falls through for some random reason and I can't graduate there, because remember, the state of Indiana is requiring me to demonstrate workplace competency, which really means working a job or volunteering doing sports. And teen court fulfills that. But teen court might fall through, and then I don't graduate. Luckily, I have a fail-safe, which is the CSA thing. And the CSA thing, my digital internship, that also counts towards the pathway. So, actually, it's either or. You know what I mean? If one fails, the other one holds me. You know, that's why we're not putting all our eggs in one basket for the graduating basket of the year. You know what I mean? So it's great, man. I think I'm set with my schedule. Again, I know, you're all probably thinking, you know, he said this 3 days ago now. He was like, man, I feel great. I feel 8 pounds lighter. I feel 10 pounds lighter. I feel like I could float like a feather. You know, unless school throws me some curveball, and hey, man, this has been such a hectic thing, right? This has been such a hectic event that they honestly might, right? I mean, I'm not even going to rule it out at this point. But unless they throw me a curveball again, I think we're set with scheduling. You know, I think we're done. My mom has to send Miss Miller one final email confirming all this because, you know, and we'll have to wait till Monday because it was off. She takes half days on Friday, remember? From my one conversation. She takes half days. Where am I supposed to grapple onto? There's no dragons. What the crap? There's no dragons to grapple onto. Okay, then I just jump off then.
Where shall we strike today?
Okay, anyway. But yeah. One last email my mom has to send to confirm all this, and then Miss Miller will be like, okay, see you December to talk about my schedule in December. And yeah, no more stress. It seems pretty easy. We'll see what the program looks like. We'll see what the program looks like in September. But all my classes are all looking good. I don't have to replace any of my classes in first semester. You know, it doesn't look like that strenuous. Do it at my own pace. No stress there. No stress there. Won't interfere with teen core, my allergy shots, all this stuff. You know, not too much to juggle, it's looking like. And it seems like, honestly, a good opportunity. Remember, this course normally costs $5 grand. 5,000 buckaroos. But the state of Indiana is gracefully paying the entire $5 grand. So that's great. And I think, yeah, we're just chilling, honestly. I think we're just going to chill out. I think no more stress. The saga's finally over, except I said this last time. I said this 4 days ago. Or no, it's probably 3 days ago, right? I said 3 days ago. The saga's finally over. But hey, I think the saga's finally over again. We'll see if they throw me any curveballs. You know, anything from left field, anything that I wrote off just randomly comes back. I'm approved for Teen Court. Mandatory trainings on September 4th. So it's not like I can get denied from any Teen Court activities. I'm already approved. I don't think the state can deny me anymore. I don't know. But I think we're chilling. I think we're chilling. I think we made it. Thank God, man. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks of straight hullabaloo, jumping through hoops, being stressed out, stuff like that. And it's finally done. And remember, my friends, Bob McJohnson, Chin, they were saying I was talking about this for like 12 straight hours. Well, not straight, but 12 hours of content. 12 hours of complaining on stream. That's how stressed out I've been about all this. But I think we're finally done. We finally called up the dude. He alleviated my stress. You know, it wasn't working out in email, but he gave me a brief overview of what the course is, how easy it'll be, what I need to be doing, stuff like that. I'm feeling chill. I'm feeling vibes, you know what I mean? We finally made it, man. We finally made it. And we'll just see how it plays out. We'll see how the fruits of my labor, the fruits of my stress, the fruits of my complaining, we'll see how this all plays out. Because my mom was saying, you know, to be honest with you, you kind of got the best of both worlds. Yes, I had to drop impact, right? I was doing high praise for my impact, my classes, my work-based learning for impact, doing digital applications, doing YouTube videos, filming stuff, content creation, high octane stuff like that, right? Yes, I had to drop that. Just out of necessity for my college classes, you know, out of necessity for my mental health, being with my friends. And honestly, the college classes are all pretty useful for prerequisites if I want to go into a different major. So they're all pretty useful in the first place. So yes, I had to drop impact. I can't make cool videos. It's not going to be sailing off into the sunset, you know, making cool montage videos for my last senior year of high school. So I did have to drop that, right? But I get to keep CSA Cyber Academy, which gets me my tech honors. I get to do these other required classes, these college classes in school, which gives me my normal honors, which is like school plus, you know what I mean? You have to take all these other random classes for school in order to get your honors diploma. Just harder, random college classes to get an honors diploma. I almost will probably be able to get... I'll almost be able to get an associate's degree. It's going to be like 60 credits and I'll finish with 40. So, you know, it's not enough. But we're 20 away and 40 credits is 40 credits, you know what I mean? So I'm getting the best of all worlds, I guess. That's what my mom was saying. And honestly, she's true, you know? I get to keep CSA. Yeah, I get to keep CSA. I get to be happy. I get to keep all the classes I wanted. And I get to leave 2 hours a day and second semester. And I want to get to that. I want to talk about me leaving 2 hours a day second semester. Now, like I said, I don't know what the CSA Cyber Academy course pertains. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what the CSA Cyber Academy course pertains. I don't know how hard it'd be. Oh, did she just heal? Are you kidding me? Okay then, well GG's then. I'm not gonna be able to kill her. I'm gonna need some more gear. That sucks. But I'm not sure what it pertains. It might be extremely hard. It might be chill. It might be relaxing. It might be laid back. The type of stuff you can kick your feet up to. But depending on how strenuous it is, if I can go home, which I can, I'll be able to go home right after second block. At 11:25, I'll be able to go home instead of 3 p.m. If I can go home during second semester, and the course is not that hard, right? I might be able to stream. I might be able to stream all of second semester. You know, I don't know how long it'll be, right? Maybe about 2 hours a day. You know, like, I guess It'll be the same schedule too, probably from 12 to 4. It'll be my same schedule. I'll work on CSA Cyber Academy as soon as I get home. Do about an hour of it. And if it's not strenuous, I'm chilling, you know what I mean? And if I finish early, then I might be able to stream even more. But it all depends on how hard this is. So no promises. No promises, right? Yes. I'm not promising anything. But remember how I said I was going to pause live streaming when I get back into school? And I still will have to. I still will have to. Because of first semester. But I might be able to come back to the throne, my gaming chair. I might be able to come back to the throne of my gaming chair and speak in the microphone and play World of Warcraft with you all sooner than imagined. Starting in January, second semester, if I'll be able to leave. And you know, this is all speculation, right? We don't know how easy, how hard this CSA thing is, or even if I want to do it. And this guy despawned when I tried to escort him. That sucks. But I will say, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for just sitting around live streaming daily like we normally do every single day right after school. But no guarantees. Don't hold me accountable to this. And it's going to be about 4 months wait. You know what I mean? It's going to be 4 months to wait about this. I have to complete first semester first. Make sure I'm all good with Miss Miller. Make sure everything's all spectacular. Make sure everything is 10 out of 10. A+ material. And I'm all good. Everything's all good. No stress. You know, dot my T's. Yes, dot my T's. Cross my T's and dot my I's. But yeah, we might be able to stream every single day. Maybe. Depends on how lenient or how stressful this course is. I want to just keep stressing that. This is just a small chance. I know. Don't get out of your chair. Don't get out of your chair and start doing like the fist pumping, like, yeah, man, yeah. Don't start doing that. But it's an option, man. It's an option, and it's a chill option, man. And hey, I'm not saying anything, but it's probably a high chance, right? I mean, it's probably a pretty high chance. I will say it's probably a high chance if I go through with it, because I don't know. And if not, right, I'll probably finish the CSA thing early anyway, and I'll still be able to leave halfway through school. So maybe it won't be all a second semester, but I bet it will be probably May at least, probably April as well. So a little bit sooner, you know, about 2 months sooner, or maybe even 4 months sooner than my normal hiatus would have let me. But yeah, we'll all see, man. We'll all see. I don't know. I honestly do not know. But I do know all this stress, all of this anxiety, all this, oh my God, we're not going to make it in time, you know what I mean? All this last second decisions, all these most important life decisions. I told you, man, all of these have been my most important life decisions in my entire life so far. And I made like 20 of them. I made 20 of them in the past 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out, oh, should I do Impact? Should I do CSA? What classes should I take? How many college classes? What are my friends doing? I was figuring out all these high-tech, most important decisions of my life. I made all these decisions. I sat down with them. I thought with my mom, emailed all these people, doing teen court, figuring stuff out, figuring out my resume, figuring out scholarships, doing all the stuff. And it's finally over. I think. At least until December. Hopefully. Unless I wake up one day and be like, hey, guess what? CSA denied you. Or, hey, guess what? Something or something else. But I doubt it, right? We are now 2 work days out from school and 4 real days out from school. I go back on Wednesday the 6th. I don't think anything else is going to pop up, you know what I mean? I don't think so. I don't think anything weird. I don't think anything wacky. I don't think anything strange is going to mess up my scheduling. So, thank God, man. Holy crap, I can't believe it. We finally accomplished what we set out to do. Back on, when was that fateful day? Back on July the 3rd. A whole month of trials and tribulations. A whole month of stress, a whole month of my most important life decisions, and a whole month of are we gonna make it? And finally, we have. Finally, the saga is over, hopefully, maybe. I know I said that. The reason I'm saying maybe now is because I said this 3 days ago, you know. I said this 3 days ago on my stream. Hey, it's over. But now it might be over again. Who knows? Also, invite me. Invite me, bro. Invite me. Invite me. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Invite me. You're a little A9. You're not fighting these guys alone. This guy's. Oh, he's great. Oh, let's go. Okay. Let's go, man. I'll pop my arm in the dead. I'll save you. I'll save you. I'll save you, bro. I'll save you. I'll save you, bro. I'll save you, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, this guy needs to invite? Yo, let's go. Let's invite this guy as well. Let's go, bro. Yeah, we need everybody. We need everybody. Yeah. Okay, let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see about my scheduling. I might make video updates about it. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to live stream on that school. But I might make an update or a community post being like, good news, guys. Everything's A-okay. Everything is nice. Or, you know, the other way around. I could be like, oh, no, this actually all sucks. But I'll try to communicate with you guys once when I get into school. Because, like, everything on paper is done, right? But now let's put in everything into action. We gotta put everything into action. We gotta figure it out. And we'll see. Like, honestly, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of hard decisions. A lot of being like, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out what we're gonna do here. We'll just see. We'll just see. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm scared. I am a little bit scared. I'm scared something from freaking left court, you know what I mean? Something that I wrote off, or something that I wrote off as a sure thing or not even gonna happen, just pops out of nowhere. It's like, hey, remember me? On Monday or something. But I don't think it will be. And I don't know. I don't know. But that's the main reason why I want to do stream today, right? There's 2 reasons why I want to do stream today. There's 2 main reasons. Number 1 is I wanted to tell you guys this because I'm sure, I don't know if anybody's actually following my storyline that's not my IRL friends, right? Hey, if you're following my storyline on my scheduling, right? If you're following the storyline from CSA to Impact and all my college classes and Miss Miller and all these emails going out, all this stressful stuff, hey, please leave a comment below and say, hey man, I'm actually following your storyline here. I'm very interested, I mean, for the VOD. If you're a live chair as well, just type right now. Because I'm very interested if anybody's actually following this. I know people watch the VODs, but are you actually like following the plot line? Is my story congruent here? Because, you know, how many streams have I done? I've probably done what? 14 streams, 14 World of Warcraft streams. And about like 10 of them had this lore scattered across them, you know, bit by bit, live updates, stuff like that. And are you remembering all this? Are you actually following the lore? I'm just very curious. I mean, I don't really care either way. Hey, just thank you for watching this. Maybe you just have this on as background music, or maybe you want to relate to me or about my struggles in life. That doesn't have to pertain to my schedule. But I am curious about my storyline with the schedule, because this is an epic storyline of immense proportions, like actually. Because I remember when I was summing up with THAT Man, I summed it up with THAT Man. THAT Man told me, wow, it's crazy how the story gets worse the more it goes on. So I am curious on if anybody's actually following my scheduling, if anybody's actually following the lore of my school, if anybody actually cares about it. But please leave a comment below if you're watching the VOD at any time, man. Hey, 2 years later, if you stumble upon this rabbit hole 2 years later, right, and you watched all my streams up to this point and you're finally like, huh, man, that was actually an interesting story. I wonder how this guy's doing. Hey, still leave me a comment below. I'm sure I'll check this channel 2 years later and be like, I remember when I was there. But I'm curious if any of you care about that. So that was one reason, right? I wanted to finish up. I wanted to do a formal close before it's too late, you know what I mean? Because I don't know when I'm still going to be able to stream. I don't know if anything's going to be hectic before school. Maybe this will be my last stream ever. I doubt it. I'm probably going to stream at least Monday and Tuesday as well. But just in case, I wanted to do a formal conclusion on what's going on. I'm doing CSA internship. I had to drop Impact, but I'm having all these college classes. Everything looks like it's going to be A-okay. I look like I got the best of both worlds. I got everything I wanted in the end, hopefully. Or mostly everything I wanted. I still have to drop Impact, which sucks, but it looks like mostly we got everything we wanted. Or everything I wanted in the end. It looks like everything's sunshine rainbows on paper. We'll see how it plays out in practice. but everything looks good. So I wanted to do a formal close to that because this has been a 2-week-long saga, 14 hours. It's probably up to 14 hours now. Yeah, 14 hours of me talking about it. And I just wanted to conclude it to anybody that's invested in this lore. And who knows, man? Hey, you are fully welcome. If you're an aspiring video editor, or something, and you want to cut and compile all my streams to make a coherent plot line of this entire schedule, hey, man, you're completely welcome to do this, man. You're completely welcome to just cut up all my streams and cut up all the storylines and put in chronological order of what I was talking about, my school schedules. In fact, I honestly encourage you to. Like this, I'll let you, you know what I mean? Just cut it up and be like, this is Alex's chronological order for the school schedule of senior year, the trials and tribulations he went on, all that stressful stuff. If you want to do that, hey, by all means, you can do that, post on your YouTube channel. Just let me know so I can watch it and be like, hey, that's actually pretty good. Or be like, actually, this came first before this. But yeah, you are 100%, you're allowed to do that. I might even do that one day myself. I mean, it's going to take a while, you know what I mean? You have to sift. The reason why I'm probably not going to do it for a long time is you have to sift through literally 2 days worth of content. Like, I guarantee you, probably even more than that. It's probably been a few more days than that. I bet you there's probably 72 hours worth of live stream hours on my channel. So you have to sift through 72 hours worth of content to cut and paste and put it all together, figure out, okay, this is that and that's this. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to do it, in fact, I encourage you, man. Like, I'd be kind of impressed if you do that. I think that'd be great. I'll link your channel and on my channel, be like, hey, if you want a fully up-to-date video on what's going on with my scheduling, the whole storyline up to the ending of this stream today, check out this guy's video, and I'll support and stuff, and that'd be great, man. But yeah, if anybody's down, just I don't know, email me. My email's in the description of King Alex Gilbert in the About section. Just email me, be like, hey, I took on your challenge and I put 72 hours worth of your content. I sifted through 72 hours worth of it and I condensed it down to this 3-hour video of yourself in chronological order talking about your whole trials and tribulations with your scheduling. And then I'll be like, I'll probably watch the whole 3 hours, right? Because I'm curious on how accurate it is. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, you could tweak up this part, or in fact, that looks really good. So you could do that, right? And in fact, I encourage you to. So that's the reason number one. I wanted to have a satisfying conclusion, a satisfying ending to the scheduling dilemma. The scheduling that's filled the content of my live streams, that has gained me such high live content, that's gained me all these loyal viewers that are tuned in for the story, maybe. I don't know, maybe you guys are tuned in for a story. Like I said, comment below if you actually care about my scheduling story. I'm very interested on if people are actually listening to it and actually taking notes of what's going on. Very interested. So comment below whether it's a VOD or comment in chat if you're a live viewer. Very curious about that. So I wanted to end that. That was number one. Number two was, like I said, I've been streaming every single day for like, what, 2.5 weeks now? Probably almost 3, right? Every single day. I mean, around the same schedule for, what, anywhere from an hour to 6 hours a day. And I didn't really want to drop that, you know what I mean? Because I had to prioritize my schooling, right? I had to prioritize my scheduling. I put that first. I had to put my personal life first. I had to put my personal life first. The King Alex Gilbert personal life, so I don't get screwed over later. I had to do that first. But I also didn't want to give up the streak. I didn't want to give up everything, you know what I mean? So I wanted to just do a quick little stream here. I don't know how long we'll be streaming for. But yeah, that's that. That's my entire scheduling. It ended in a happy ending, I think. I mean, I guess we don't really know, right? But on paper, it ended in a happy ending. I hope all of you are glad about that, you know? I'm sure some of you are probably stressing with me, right? On what the crap's gonna happen with my scheduling. What the crap is going on. What the crap, basically, you know what I mean? Like, just what the crap. I'm stressing with you, Alex. Are you gonna get what you want? Or are you gonna keep getting screwed over because of negligence? Getting screwed over because nobody cares about you? On all tiers. Will the cycle keep repeating, or will it end? Will this cycle end, or will you always be in a spiraling doubt of misery and stress? But luckily, on paper at least, it seemed to end. Hats off to Miss Miller, right? I mean, I want to say absolute hats off to Miss Miller. Yes, she actually created this whole problem. She started this whole dilemma. She started this whole stress thing. And she never said sorry. She never addressed me by my name. She was never like, oh crap, my bad. But in the end, she was reasonable with me. And in the end, I got what I wanted. So hats off to her with working with me. You know, I mean, she could have just been like, screw off, you know what I mean? Go away. I don't really care. I mean, it's still her job, right? I probably could have did more complaining to her boss and stuff. But I didn't have to get to that point. And yeah, it was stressful. And she created this whole stressful environment. But at least she fixed it in the end, you know? At least we worked together. And it was a satisfying conclusion. It was a satisfying conclusion. So hats off to Miss Miller. And then hats off to the CSA. Cyber Dome USA digital internship people. And the state of Indiana. You know, once again, they started this whole thing. They denied me out of nowhere. And then I wrote it off. I was like, okay, you know, it is what it is. You can't cry over spilt milk. And then out of left field, when I made my new schedule and I was all happy and stuff, they hit me with it. It was like, oh, you got approved. Which was great, right? I mean, they admitted to their mistakes and they fixed what they fixed it the way they thought they should, which was giving me my money for my internship, my digital internship. And then, you know, we worked with the guys. We worked with them even more. We called the dude up and was like, yeah. This is it. This is that, and that's that. So hats off to these people for being professional, working with me, working with my scheduling, working with everything, answering all the questions I needed to be answered, just working with me. So hats off to these two people, man. Yes, technically both of them. Well, actually, he didn't. The guy that runs CSA did not start this thing, did not start the stress. It was actually the state. The state was the one that denied me. The CSA people have no control over what the crap my funding is, you know what I mean? So actually, he was dope. He was a W man all around. Absolute W man. Which is great. And then hats off to Miss Miller. I have no complaints, really. On paper, everything looks fine. I mean, like I said, am I still stressed? Yes. I mean, everything that has gone wrong has gone wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, it's all worked out in the end, but we'll see. I'm a little bit worried, and I'm sure after after the first 2 months of school, I'll get in the groove. You know what I mean? I won't be as stressed out anymore. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm just a little bit weary. I'm a little bit on edge, but I'll be fine. And then I'll be happy again. I'll go back to school, I guess. Everything will work out. Because I don't mind school, right? I honestly do not mind high school at all. I mean, would I rather be home? Yes. But do I hate high school? Not really. It's fine. I mean, I go to my classes, I sit there, stare at a wall, and I get A+ because I'm a prodigy. And that's not even a flex either. Like, I just naturally am prodigy at school. And, you know, that's not even to brag. It's like I put all my stat points in mental intelligence, but I forgot physical intelligence. Like I was saying, I was behind on everything else. I never learned how to ride a bike until I was 10. I never learned how to tie my shoes until I was 8. I didn't learn how to swim until I was 7. I almost drowned when I was 9. So, you know, I'm not that much of a prodigy. I'm just not. I'm not that much of a prodigy, I guess, you know? It is what it is. I don't really know what to say about that, you know? Where the heck is the cave? Where's the cave? You're supposed to go in a cave, right? Oh, yeah, he's at the ocean, the bottom of the ocean, I remember now. But yeah, we'll write it all out. Happy ending, you know? I'm glad it ended a sorrowful ending, you know? I guess it's like a Disney-themed lore story. I go through trials and tribulations, go through all this stress, and eventually it all played out, so... Hey, hats off to the state, hats off to Miss Miller, hats off to my school. Yes, they caused all this stress, but they worked with me in the end. They were like, you know what, Alex? We messed up. And I got almost everything I wanted, except Impact. Unfortunately, I could never get those things to crash together because English 12 Advanced and Impact were clashing with each other. They were beating heads. And I couldn't fix that. But everything else I could. And I seem to be getting the best of both worlds. My scheduling seems to look great. I'm guessing I'm going to teen court, I guess. I don't know if I would have done teen court if I got accepted to cybersecurity CSA, but it's better to not have all your eggs in one basket, right? It's better to diversify with my graduation, because if something falls through for whatever reason, right? I mean, who knows? We're not all set in stone yet. I'll have the other one to keep me propped up. And yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about this stream, man. I mean, thank you all for listening to this story. I mean, the stream's not over. Do not click off. Do not click off. I'm still streaming. But I just want to tell everybody, thank you for listening to the story saga. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to my saga. Like I said, 14 hours of straight content. If you want to know like everything, if you're a new viewer watching this VOD, I know there's a lot of new people that are watching my streams, especially when I hit all the way up to 94 people. But I know a few names, right? I know a few names. One of them is Astral Talent. And I don't know how many of my VODs you watched Astral Talent. But if you want to know the whole lore, you know, because now at this point it's done. I don't think any new information is going to be added. The only thing that I will add is once when I actually go into practice. So all effectively, this is finally over. I'm finally not going to add anything more to this after this live stream, unless maybe some viewers have a question, you know what I mean? But all the meat and potatoes, that's all done. It's all spectacular. You know, 2 thumbs up for me, by the way. Like 2 thumbs up. This is great. So, yeah, I guess where do we go now? Right? If you want to watch my first World of Warcraft live stream all the way up till my last World of Warcraft live stream, and that's where you can get all the lore. I did a synopsis last stream. So my stream before this as well, if you just want to get the synopsis, about an hour in, I start talking to THAT Man about everything going on. So there's a synopsis, or you can do the long lore version. You can also, I also recommend the VODs, even if you don't care about my scheduling or this lore, because I also talk about myself personally, so you get to learn more about me as a human being, and you might be able to relate to me with my struggles, because I know for a fact, Astral Talent, I just want to keep bringing up this guy. You know, he said, I help him through a tough time, you know? I help him through his day, you know, my 1 to 6 hour live streams, you know, helps him forget about his stress, you know what I mean? Helps him forget about, you know, all of his bad feelings. Which is great, man. It truly is great. And hey, Astral Talent, if you're watching this VOD, man, thank you for tuning into my content as well. I mean, hey, as much as I'm helping you, you're helping me as well. It's great touching the hearts of these people, you know what I mean? That's always, that's what I've wanted to do ever since I started my YouTube channel. I want to just put up my raps, put up my storytelling videos, put up my shorts, and maybe if it can make somebody smile, laugh, or forget about something bad in their day, that's a win for me, you know? And yes, technically, that's for my own selfish desires. If this ever gets huge, right? If this video ever gets huge, and somebody's like, well, actually, you're just doing it for your own selfish desires, because yes, of course, the more people that you touch and the more people that you resonate with, the more views you're going to get, the more famous you are. Yes, of course, I like views. But if I wanted views, I can be making drama content as well. I can be making garbage content, hateful content if I want views, you know? I chose the happier route for a reason, you know? It might be less views, but I gotta make people feel better, you know? I gotta make an actually bountiful community, an actually kind community, you know what I mean? So yes, there is a little bit of selfish desire. Of course I want views. You know what I mean? Of course I want to be famous. And of course that does play into why I want people to watch my videos and why I want to help people's day out. But at least it's for a somewhat noble cause, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just to any nerds, if I ever get big, who wants to go in the comments and be like, well, you know, actually, I'm an armchair psychologist and you just want to get millions of views and get popular on YouTube and make millions of dollars. Of course, who doesn't? Like, do you not? You know what I mean? But yeah, Astral Talent. I'm glad, like, hey, face to face. Hey, maybe you're in here or not. I don't know. Maybe one day you can check my stream if you're not in this stream, but you're probably going to watch this VOD. But yeah. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And to all the other people that may be silent. To everybody else who just lurks in my live streams, lurks in my VODs. You know, don't do any comments. You know, you don't have to either. thank you for watching me, and I hope I am entertaining you. At least entertaining you. You know, at least maybe I'm making these 2 hours of live streaming less boring for you. You know, like maybe now these 2 hours a day are less boring to you. Or maybe at best, I'm helping you through a traumatic situation, you know? Maybe, like me, you struggle with people hating on you all the time. People treating you like you're nothing. People treating you like you're an animal. Nothing but dirt. Just a reaction. You know, a transaction, basically. That they could do anything to you without any remorse. Without any repercussions. There we go. Maybe you relate with that. And maybe because of that you feel you're not alone. And you aren't, man. I mean, I know I'm just pixels on a screen, to be honest with you. Like, as you're viewing me, I'm just pixels on a screen. My voice gets completely digitalized, sent through my computer, and it's streamed out onto your YouTube. But behind all those pixels, behind all that digitalized voice, behind all that smoke and mirrors, behind all that entertainment, I'm a real guy too, and I talk about my life just as much as anybody else. And I feel pain, I feel struggle, I feel envy. Just like anybody else. So I just want to let anybody, and this isn't just for Astral Talent, but anybody who either tunes into the stream live, watching the VOD, years down the line, maybe fall in a rabbit hole with me, maybe, who knows where it happens. I just want to let all of you know, you're not alone. And to be honest with you, at least I would like to hope you'd get through it. I mean, technically I haven't got through mine yet, but I would like to hope that I'd get through mine as well. Because, you know, people are still calling me jerks, you know what I mean? People still treat me lower than trash. You know, treat me as just something to do, something to get their socks off, you know what I mean? Something like as a joke, you know, they laugh at me, they point at me, they degrade me, they make fun of me, call me autistic, make fun of me, call me fat, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? And I haven't got through it yet, but I'd like to think, you know, after high school's over, maybe I will. And I hope you do too, if you do relate to me for any reasons. Or I don't know why you watch me. I guess that's another reason. Or that's another thing I want you to comment. Also, comment below. What's the reason? Hey, in live chatters, you can participate to this as well. What is the reason why you start watching me? You know what I mean? So, like, obviously, you probably click because of the WoW content. You know what I mean? You click because you're like, hey, this guy's gonna defeat the Sha of Anger this stream. This guy is a World of Warcraft player. I'm gonna click on the content. But why'd you stay? Why are you invested? Why do you keep clicking on more King Alex Gilbert videos? Just curious, you know, what hooked you on my channel? And you don't have to disclose that if you don't want to, right? If you don't want that to be made public, right? Like, let's say you're getting bullied or something, and you don't want that to be made public. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to comment that if you don't want to. Like, it's something traumatic like that. That's fine. But, you know, if you're willing to share, you know, or it's just because of my personality or something, you know, because I'm an A-OK guy, I keep it real. Or just simply because of the fact I'm entertaining. You know, any reason's fine. Any reason's perfectly fine. I'm just curious on why you start watching me and why you stay, you know? Well, yeah, thank you all for watching me, and like all my 6 live current viewers, and all the people that watch my VODs, and all the people that are keeping up with my lore, keeping up with my scheduling, keeping up with me as a person. You know, liking me, not because of World of Warcraft, not because of my rapping, not because of my storytelling videos, not because of my gaming, but because of me, King Alex Gilbert. You like me because of the king, not because of the content. And I think that's just great. And hey, this isn't a diss towards anybody that likes World of Warcraft Lions. Only watch me exclusively for World of Warcraft. Hey, I think that's great as well. But, you know, if I stop making WoW videos, if I stop making WoW streams, you all would probably leave me except a select few. And that select few, my loyal audience, that's who I'm thanking right now. And truly, thank you, man. I always wanted to just start a YouTube channel. You know, everybody always says, you have to focus on niche. You know what I mean? My niche is rapping. My niche is storytelling. My niche is World of Warcraft. And I was never about that life, you know what I mean? I'm never about that optimization. I'm not about that YouTube channel optimization. Heck no, bro. Heck no. You know what my niche is on this channel? You know what my niche is on King Alex Gilbert? My niche is me. It's my digital diary. It is what it is. And I just hope Viewers watch me because of me. And you know, we have people like Emerald Dev, Scratch Eddie, Tap Man, Chilo, Astral Talent, Devin Thunder, Sir John McDonald. People like these guys that watch me, not because of my raps, not because of my World of Warcraft videos, not because of my storytelling, gaming videos, anything else you want to name, but because of me, because of the guy behind the lens, because of the guy behind the mic, because of the guy behind the keyboard. And I think that's just great, and I hope to cultivate more fans like that. I hope to grow my brand that way. And slowly but surely, man, we'll slowly take over YouTube. I mean, heck, what? 3 live streams, 4 live streams ago? I don't remember. We got 94 live concurrent viewers up in here. And then the live stream before that, 65. So, I mean, hey, man. Humble beginnings, humble beginnings. Hey, screenshot, you were here. One day I will take over YouTube. I don't know, man. Whether that be a decade from now, 2 decades from now. I don't ever plan on banning this channel. I don't ever really plan on making another YouTube channel, you know? Whenever I have a free time, whenever I have something to do, heck, I'll just post a video on this channel. I'll post a community post. I'll post a short. Now, how well edited is it going to be? What content is it going to be about? I don't know. It could be pertaining about anything, really. And it could be absolute trash, abysmal quality video, but I'm still going to post it, you know what I mean? And slowly but surely, I'll gain a subscriber here, I'll gain a subscriber there, I'll gain more watch hours, and eventually, we'll take over this platform, man. We will. We will. Eventually. Eventually. And I don't know, clip it, man, clip it. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll become the top streamer on YouTube, I don't know. I don't know, man, but like I said, and I've always said this in most of my streams, you know? People always have this like weird comments about me. They're like, you know, you're not the type of guy that I would honestly care about whatsoever. You seem kind of annoying and stuff. But for some reason, right? But for some reason, I'm entertained about you. For some reason, you have that spark. You have that aura. You have that charisma. And I'm curious about what you're going to do. I'm curious about your storyline. I'm curious about who you are and what you will become. Multiple people said this before, whether it be online or in person IRL. And you know, maybe I just have that talent. Maybe I'm valiant. Maybe I am multi-generational talent. I think that's what I said, right? In one of my YouTube shorts, I'm a gamer, rapper, and entertainer. Who knows, man? Who knows? But I think one day I will eventually take over YouTube. Now, what does that actually mean? Do I get 1 million subscribers? Do I get 100,000 subscribers? I guess my true goal, right? Since I'm not hyper-focused into a niche, since content is not always going to be about World of Warcraft or rapping or storytelling videos.
Yes, waking up.
My goal is just to get a silver play button on YouTube. A silver play button doing what I've been doing. Did I get credit for that? No. Okay, well that sucks. But yeah, I just hope to get a silver play button. 100,000 subscribers. 100,000. Just doing what I've been doing. You know, it's a tall order, right? We're not even monetized yet. But that's my goal, you know. Maybe once we're on 40 or something, I'll end up getting a silver play button with King Alex Gilbert on the side. That's my end goal. And heck, man, I'll even take a gold play button. Like, you know, if I get 100,000 subs, why stop there? Next is a gold. Next is a million. But yeah, that's my main goal, to get a silver play button. I don't know how long it will take, but and to cultivate a community along the way, you know. To be honest with you, I mean, soulless subscribers are always great, right? Soulless subscribers, they help you towards that excellent play button, that excellent monetization requirement. But, you know, I would also want my subscribers to engage with at least most of my content. You know what I mean? Like maybe, let's say you don't like rapping, but you engage my storytelling videos and my World of Warcraft game videos or anything else I post. That's fine. You don't have to watch every single one of the videos. And I don't even really expect you, right? Like if I'm a multi-random channel, you know what I mean? If I'm a multi-niche channel, storytelling, gaming, rapping, stuff like that, it's fine if you don't want to watch all my content, man. I don't even expect you to. Like maybe you don't like World of Warcraft, but you like my rap and storytelling. so you stay for that. That's completely fine. I don't expect you to watch everything. I don't expect you to be engaged. You know, my charisma, my aura, who I am as a person. I can only carry such boring content in your eyes for so long, you know what I mean? But I would hope that my community, my subscriber base, is active on most of my content, you know what I mean? I want to have those comment sections. Like, you ever go on a Moist Critical video, a Charlie, a PewDiePie video, and you just see people talking in the comments, like talking to each other, and talking about me, and I talk to them, and stuff like that. I want that in my comment section. I want to like post a video and then have it be like a breeding ground for just discussion in general. Like, none of my comments are moderated, right? I mean, if I find that you say the N-word in my comments, I mean, come on, bro, what the crap? But yeah, I mean, you could say anything in my YouTube comments, I think, unless YouTube specifically blocks it. I don't have any banned words, man. Hey, everything's fair game. Everything is completely fair game. You want to post something, you want to comment something. No censorship around here. So, you know, if you want to get into a heated discussion with somebody else in my comments, I'm not going to regulate it. Unless, like, you know, you start calling them hate speech or something, then I'll regulate it and be like, cut it off, knock it off. But if you want to get, like, sort of heated, talk about anything, my comment sections are open for that, man. And I hope I could do that one day. I always thought that was interesting how, you know, PewDiePie posts a video, right? And it impacts 1 million people, and it gets 1 million people in the comment section talking about something in the video, becoming interested with each other. And I think that's just cool, and I want to do that as well. So, you know, humble beginnings. What I'm doing right now, you know, live streaming. One day we'll get up there. One day we'll get up with the masses. One day I'll start being like, yo, what's up, dog? You know what I mean? We just gotta chill out. We gotta just wait for it. Hey, explore the Dread Wastes. I don't really know what else to talk about, really. Like I said, I was really tired. I was talking with Chilo and Astral Talent. I wasn't even sure I was gonna stream, and I was feeling really tired before the stream, but I came in the stream I wanted to talk about that, right? I wanted to have this ending, a glorious and satisfying ending too, because, you know, I wanted to have it end. Obviously, I wanted to have the storyline end, but not just end the storyline, right? Not just finish off the storyline, but it finished off in a good way. So I thought I wanted to talk about that, you know what I mean? So here we go, we're talking about it. Should I do a raid on stream? No, I might reserve that for Monday. That might be a Monday stream. I'll do Moshugan bolts on Monday. Yeah, that's a Monday stream. But yeah, let's see here. 15 hours of content, 15 hours of yapping, 15 hours of complaining. All over, man. Finally, once again, I feel free. I feel free. I feel stress-free. I feel 10 pounds lighter. I feel euphoric once again. I don't feel tense. I don't feel stressed. We back. We back. You know, that's all I gotta say. We back. Whew. Yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about. And I don't know, man. Maybe this is boring now. I don't know. I don't know how to... Is this stream boring? I don't know. I mean, I have 9 people, so I guess not, probably. I mean, at least for these 9 people, it's not boring. It's just, I feel like... Normally I have a lot to talk about, right? But at this point, man... Now we're at just a wait and see type moment, right? I mean, there's nothing really else to talk about. School starts in 5 days. I can't really talk about school because school starts in 5 days. I can't talk about anything else because I know for a fact I won't be able to do anything else before school starts. You know, 5 days. I don't know what my stream content's gonna be. I don't really know what else I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna write it out, man. I mean, we gotta play everything by ear, you know what I mean? Play everything by ear. Because no, we gotta do the main quest first. We don't have to do dailies. We have to unlock the Claxies. Play by ear. I'm excited. You know, half of me is excited for school. Half of me is scared. Half of me is ah! You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what half of me is going on right now. And the other half of me is like excited because, you know, my last year Senior year of high school. I don't know. Do you guys remember your senior year of high school? I'm sure it was very influential of what you became being. You know what I mean? I'm sure it influenced what you're doing right now. For a job, obviously. Like, obviously, your last year of high school didn't cause you to come to this King Alex Gilbert stream. But I'm sure your last year of high school was very influential of what you turned out to be as a person. Am I wrong? So we'll see what happens to me and where I turn out to be. I still don't know what I want to major, and I gotta figure that out myself. I gotta sit down and figure out what I want to major. I gotta figure out what I want, where I want to apply to college. I gotta figure out if I even want to do college. And you know, it's stressing. You know what I mean? It's the unknown. It's the unknown. And every single decision is the most important decision of my life. I know. And I addressed this before, right? I made 20 of the most important decisions of my life. But I mean, it is true. It is completely true, because think about it like this. I had to decide something, right, about my school scheduling. And that becomes my most important decision of my life. But then that goes into another decision, then another question. And that becomes the most important decision of my life. So I'm always going to make these most important decisions in my life for a little while. Because, like, normally, I'll tell you, this is my normal day. Should I wake up? Oh, what game should I play? Cyberpunk or World of Warcraft? Oh, man, life's so hard. Oh, man, I got to go to school. Should I get the chicken sandwich at school? Or the beef sandwich at school? That was my hard life, you know what I mean? That was my intense, terrible decisions. And those were the most important decisions of my life at the point. But like now these are like actually most important decisions of my life. Like what should I major in college that I'll probably end up doing for at least a decade of my life? And what should I end up spending 100 grand on in college? What interests me? What are my classes? You know what I mean? Like now it's actually intense. And who knows what's going to happen, man? Who knows? The only person that knows is future me. And maybe, hey, future me, if you end up watching this VOD, man, I'm going to ask you a question, man. And this is the question that everybody always asks their smaller self, you know. People have speculated this. When you die, you go into a room with your smaller self, your child self, your infant self. And they're asked, were we successful? Did we win? Did we get what we wanted? Are we happy? And so I asked that to you, my future self. Will that be a year down the line? I guess it has to be after high school. A year down the line, 10 years down the line. Are we happy? Are we successful? Did we make it? You know what I mean? And only he will know. Only my future self will know how everything played out. I hope it played out well. I mean, obviously, I'm not... And I hope it plays out, like, if you guys are going through something stressful, too, I hope it plays out well for you. The only people that know how it's going to play out is our future selves. And one day, man, and this doesn't mean, like, don't do whatever you wanted to do, right? Don't take risks or anything. No, take risks, man. Take risks, see how that plays out. But assess the risks. Like, figure out the pros and cons. And if the cons outweigh the pros, then don't do it unless you really feel like it. And then ask that question to your future self. Are we happy? Did we make it? Was it worth it? And we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll probably watch this video. It's a time capsule. Like, really what I'm doing here, right? I say it's like a digital diary. It's like a time capsule, more likely. I get to watch myself age, right? Because I've made this channel since I was 17. I'm going to turn 18. In what? I don't even know. Crap. What? 3 weeks now? 3 weeks I turn 18, I think? 3 or 4 weeks I turn 18. I'm legally an adult. Like right now I'm a minor. I'm a minor. 17. I'll be legally adult. And then I'll be making content as 18. Then I'll be making content as 20. 21. 22. 30. 40. 50. I don't know if I still have it by then. But I'll probably at least have it into my 20s. And I'll watch myself grow up, you know. I'll watch myself in the camera. I'll slowly grow older, grow facial hair. Maybe include more people in my life, you know. Maybe be like, do a mom reveal, do a dad reveal. Maybe I'll get a girlfriend eventually if I stop getting rejected every 2 seconds that I ask somebody out. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm on a 0-4 win streak, by the way, man. I've still never gotten a girlfriend. I've tried. Complete failure. But maybe I'll get a girlfriend and introduce her to the channel. Maybe I become successful. Maybe I get millions of subs. And that's truly what I wish. And it all just goes back to the question I asked my future self. At any point in life, maybe 5 years down the line, maybe again in 10 years, maybe you only check me once, maybe you check me multiple times, maybe you never check me. But, did we win? Are we happy? Because this is truly the only time that I can ask that to my future self. You know what I mean? That is the only time that I can ask that to my future self. Because, you know, people say that, like, when you're about to die, you go in a room with your younger self, and they ask you, did we win? Are we happy? But this, I can, like, actually do it, you know what I mean? Actually, my younger self, me, in the prime moment of August the 2nd at 1:47 a.m. in the morning, I can ask myself of maybe 30 years old at 1:47 a.m. in the morning, did we make it? Are we successful? Or are we homeless? Did we fail? And I want to know that. Are we happy? Did I achieve my dreams? Did I be who I want to be? Maybe I am still making content on this platform. Maybe I had to abandon it for something else. Do I have a girlfriend? Did I finally find a girlfriend? Did I finally find somebody that loves me? Do I have supporting friends? Do I have money, fame, success? Or do I have none of that? And, well, I don't know, man. It's wait and see, right? I mean, I doubt YouTube's ever going to delete. I feel like YouTube's going to be around for ages, man. I just hope they never delete this video, you know what I mean? But I don't think they will. And, you know, the bigger I get, the more likely they won't delete videos, you know what I mean? So that gives a little bit of an incentive to me to get my channel to be bigger, you know what I mean? So, like, my time capsule doesn't go away. And don't worry, by the way, I don't have all my eggs in one basket. I have my videos posted to other platforms as well. And I have the raw video files on my external hard drive and on my internal hard drive as well. So, you know, time capsules, but I'm not relying on Google to not delete my videos, you know what I mean? But yeah, that'll be an interesting discussion, man. Maybe I'm sitting here in tears, right? Maybe in 30 years, I'm sitting here in tears because I failed my former self. I failed my 17-year-old self. Or maybe I'm sitting here in tears because through all the stress, through all the trials and tribulations, it finally paid off. And I'm where I'm at. I'm having a loving girlfriend and a great family, great friends, a great support. You know, I am truly curious of where it turns out. I'm curious of what happens to me. You know what I mean? And other people are too. Like I keep saying, people are strangely invested in the King Alex Gilbert lore, both IRL and online. So what happens to them? Who knows? Who knows? And we'll just see. We will just see. That's what I like about YouTube, you know what I mean? I always wondered how people like PewDiePie and Peng and Charlie, Morse Critical, Penguin Z0 something. I always wondered what they felt like, you know, watching themselves from 5 years ago record a video and have it have like 1 million views or something insane like that, 100,000 views. I always thought, what's that like? And you know, in time, I'll figure out what that's like as well. See the life in their eyes and if they change, what's different. And I'm truly interested. We'll see, man. We'll see what changes. We'll see if I stay the same. What changed in my life. Who changes my life. Who ends up being my loyal friends. What happens in the plot line, you know? And I just like narrating it all out to the world, you know? Because so many people, and honestly, if you want to keep private, right? So many people keep this stuff private. And that's your prerogative, right? But I think so many people do it because of insecurity. Because of, oh no, if somebody sees my most embarrassing moments on the internet, they'll laugh at me. They'll downvote me. They'll call me a loser. You know? If somebody, if I tell the story about when I peed myself because I'm too socially anxious to tell the supervisor, can I go to the bathroom? May I go to the bathroom? So instead, I just peed myself in front of everybody, in front of all my peers when I was 5 years old. That'll have everybody make fun of me. Everybody make fun of me. Everybody will hate me as a person online. And that is a valid concern. That is a valid concern. But I think you should push back against that. Because if a part of you really wants to document yourself online, right? To tell your stories to everybody. Share in the grateful, euphoric highs. Laugh. Cheers. Feel the glory, the sun rays shining on your face. And then cry with you in your despair, dreadful lows. I think you should let them do that. And because of a little fear, you know, a little fear that if you tell them your most embarrassing moments, if you tell them your most depressing moments, that they'll find out and they'll start making fun of you online. And even if they do, block them. Because what you're doing here is you're letting, I don't know, maybe even nobody, right? Because who knows how successful you're going to be. But you're letting maybe 10%, maybe even only 5% of your potential audience holding you back from doing something that you want to do. So I say screw it, man. And if you are, maybe this is you, right? And I don't know, man, maybe I'm so influential I can get you to pick up the camera and start recording, you know what I mean? Pick up the Adobe Premiere Pro and start editing. I don't know. I mean, once again, I'm just some dude in the basement, man. I don't know. Maybe you take inspiration in me. I don't know. That'd be cool. Hey, that would be cool if you take inspiration in me, but I'm just some dude in my mom's basement recording World of Warcraft live streams. But in my opinion, man, if you're really being held back because of fear, because somebody might ridicule you for sharing your embarrassing story or your hate for something, let it all out, man. Let it all out. Share it to the world. And, you know, maybe if it ends up being, hey, maybe it is true. You post that video and everybody hates you. You know what I mean? Or not even everybody hates you, but everybody makes fun of you. Everybody's like, ha, ha, ha. You know what I mean? Like, ha, ha, ha. This guy peed himself because he was so socially anxious to tell an adult, may I go to the bathroom? Ha, 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 ha. And everybody's doing that. Well, then screw it. Just delete your channel. You know what I mean? Because even it's not going to be that big. And once we delete it, people say once we post something to the internet, it's on there forever. That's only true if people actually really care about it. None of those people actually care about your video. I mean, that is a sad truth. Most people don't even care about my videos. Heck, so most of my subscribers don't even care about my videos. So when you delete it off of YouTube and you delete your channel, no, that video is probably never going to resurface. And even if it does, I mean, so be it. You know what I mean? Like maybe start off with something that's not all personal. Like just do like a little embarrassing story. Like one time, somebody told me happy birthday, and then I said you too. Like say something as harmless as that. Start off with something as harmless as that, and then slowly work towards the more silly stuff, the more wackadoodle type stuff. I don't know, maybe that will work out for you. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, pick up that camera. And if you're worried about quality, man, like, oh no, I only have a Logitech microphone and I have my phone camera, not a pro Sony camera or whatever, and not a pro Blue Yeti microphone, screw it, man. Screw it. Or no, I don't even want to show my face. I can't show my face because I don't have a webcam. Once again, screw it. Just record your voice. Do what you want to do, man. If you want to tell that story, get that story out there. You could always retell that story too. Just because you told the story doesn't mean you could tell it again in a better format. Get your life out there if you want your life to be out there. Get your stories, get your experiences out there. If you want them to be out there. And there's nothing wrong, like, right, if you want to keep your life private, you know what I mean? If you just want to, you know, be like, yeah, today I went to work and I went home. If that's all you want to talk about your life, that's completely fine, man. That's honestly completely fine. Nothing is wrong with that. But if you want to, if you think what you're doing is cool, if you think what I'm doing is cool, talking about my life, talking about my social anxiety, talking about my school scheduling, my stressful, my glorious highs, and the rock bottoms of my lows, and you think that's amazing, and you take inspiration from that, or not just me, You think something like Moist Critical, Charlie, Penguin 000, whatever his name is, PewDiePie, Asmongold, Hasanabi. If you think all these people are great, right? If you think all these people are spectacular, and you take inspiration from them, and you want to do that too. You want to post a video of yourself talking about your life struggles, hoping that it resonates with somebody as well, hoping that you can relate to somebody relates to you. Then do it. Do it, man. Now's your time. It's never too late to start. You know, they always say when you're planting a tree, there's 2 times that you should start. 10 years ago would be the best time. But right now would also be the best time. I mean, you gotta get that tree to start sprouting. You're not gonna make a Mr. Beast quality video on your first video. Heck, you're not gonna make a Mr. Beast quality video on your 100th video. Not even your 1000th video. You might never make a Mr. Beast quality video. But you might make an engaging story. You might help 100 souls. You might have people relate with you. You might bring in something cool. And most of all, you get to do what you get to do what you want to do, without feeling pressured by the outside forces, pressured because of your fears. And you know what? I'm speaking from this, and you're wondering how I can relate to this. How can I relate to this? You know, how do I know about all this stuff? How do I know about being motivated by fear, not doing something because of fear? Because that's how I've been living my entire life. I've always been living my life, oh no, I just want to live in my house. I don't want to go outside because I just want to play World of Warcraft because what people do weird stuff to me. Oh no, people already make fun of me all the time, treat me like trash. I'll think I'll just stay at home. And sometimes, did I want to go outside? Yes, I did. Sometimes I wanted to go out with my friends, but I was like, you know what? My friends treat me like garbage. I probably won't like it there either. I'll just stay at home. Sometimes I want to go, yes. Sometimes I just genuinely want to play World of Warcraft as well, yes. But those times when I should have went, those times that I should have went with my friends, I was motivated by fear. I was motivated by fear of the unknown. Fear of, oh no, what's going to happen here? Are people, I'm going to say something stupid and then somebody's not going to like me. Or I'm going to say something stupid and they're all going to make fun of me for about 10 minutes. And it is what it is, man. I mean, you just gotta live through it. I mean, that's gonna happen too. Like, don't even kid with yourself. Like, every single time, and to anybody that's making videos on the internet, don't even kid yourself, man. Don't be like, no, I'm not gonna receive any negative criticism. Expect negative criticism. Now, don't expect overwhelmingly negative criticism. Don't expect everybody's gonna clown on you when you make that storytelling video about when you peed yourself in public because you couldn't tell your supervisor, may I go to the bathroom, because you struggle with too much social anxiety. Don't expect everybody to be like, oh, I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. Hearts in the chat. Hearts in the chat. No. You're going to have somebody be like, oh my God, that's pathetic. You're pathetic. And it is what it is. Heck, I post on BitChute. If any of you know what it is, it's an alt-right, Nazi supremacist, white supremacist platform. Heck, I'm white, and I still get called the N-word on that platform. I still get hated on that platform. You know what I mean? Why do I post there? Because it's more eyes, and it's a second backup. It's a second backup for all my videos. But I still get hate there. I get called the N-word every single day on BitChute. But I still post videos there because you can look past the negative criticism. It's not that bad. Same reason why I'm doing Teen Court. I'm doing Teen Court, and honestly, I am stressed. I'm stressed. I gotta meet all these new people. I gotta talk with them, and oh my God, what's gonna happen? And oh no, I don't want all the responsibility, but I should still do it. Not only will it be good for my resume, but it'll be a good experience in general. And I get paid $30, by the way. That's $30, but you know, I'm doing Teen Court. I'm trying out new things this year. Seeing how it lands. Same thing with CSA. Oh no, I gotta talk with somebody online in person. Well, actually, online in person, that doesn't make sense. Online on a Zoom call. Oh man, what if he calls me stupid, or what if I'm stupid to him, or what if he doesn't like me, or stuff like that. You're always gonna have those thoughts. You're always gonna have those doubts, I think. Or at least I do. I still am. But Are you going to let those thoughts control you? Especially when you know it needs to be done. Especially when you know, I need this, you know what I mean? It's going to benefit me as a person. Are you going to let those thoughts control you? Are you actually going to let those doubts control you? Because yes, you could go sit back down, scroll on TikTok, watch YouTube videos, and come for your own home, play more video games. But does that advance what you want to do? Does that advance your goals? If yes, like, don't let me tell you what to do, man. If you actually want to play World of Warcraft, man, and you don't care about anything else, and you don't want to do all this other stuff, you don't want to do 18 core, you don't want to go outside, heck, man, all power to you. Don't let me tell you what to do. Heck, I'm not even telling you to do that. I'm just telling you to follow what you want to do, and don't let your fears, don't let your anxiety, don't let anything pressure you, man. Do what you want to do. The world, we have, like, what, man, like, average life expectancy in America is like probably what, 80 years old or something, 75. Half that we spend working or schooling. Half that we spend working or schooling. So screw it, man. If you don't want to get a job, if you're living the best of your life, right, on the side of the street, stealing McDonald's Wi-Fi on your laptop, playing World of Warcraft all day, being technically a mooch on society, hey, man, all power to you, man. This is your life. Don't have it. I mean, don't go murder people, right? If you want to murder somebody, don't. Like, don't ruin other people's experiences. But hey, don't let me tell you what to do with your life, man. It's your life. You're on this planet for a reason. Everybody has been spawned on this planet for a reason, and we're all just here trying to figure out why. You know what I mean? Everybody, I'd like to believe. I don't know if I believe in a God, but I'd like to believe we are all on this planet. We all got spawned in, we all got birthed in for a specific reason, a specific goal. Some people might be as influential as being US president, United States president, or somebody as minute as helping somebody, you know what I mean? As something as large as a president to something as minute as helping somebody. But I think we're all here for a reason. We're all here for a goal that in some point in our life, we are destined to complete. But the rest of that, you're just along for the ride, you know what I mean? You're all just along for the ride. So make life, man. Control your life, man. Take hold of your destiny. Don't worry about the stress, man. Hey, don't worry about other people's opinions, man. Like I was saying, if you're a homeless dude and you just want to play, you get a laptop and you want to mooch off McDonald's Wi-Fi and just play World of Warcraft, use electricity all day long, live stream there, screw it, man. Until they throw you out. Screw it, and then go to the next McDonald's. Your life's yours. I'm not going to judge you. In fact, all respect, man. But don't let somebody tell you, no, you cannot do that. Unless it's murder, or unless it's like stealing from somebody or like beating somebody up. Like if it's hurting somebody else, don't do that. But if it's something like, if it's a goal that you have in life, don't let somebody tell you no. Don't let yourself, this is even more importantly, don't let somebody else tell you no. But also, don't tell yourself no. Don't be like, I can't do that because, you know, people are not going to like me. No, you're making an excuse to yourself on why you can't do that. You know you want to do that deep down, but you're trying to find any excuse imaginable. And I struggle with this as well. You're not always going to do this, by the way. Don't expect every single, especially if you're really bad at this, don't expect every single decision you make to be entirely influenced by you. You know, maybe you end up not doing something. Like, that's completely fine, but it's about making progress. So maybe today you did something that you truly wanted to do, but you had fears. And now you feel great. You feel spectacular, honestly. And that's what I hope that I could achieve. And like I said, dude, I don't know. I have no idea, bro. I'm some dude in his mom's basement with 116 subscribers, 9 live concurrent viewers, streaming World of Warcraft Classic, a game that was made, what, like almost 15 years ago? Does anybody care about what I'm saying? Does anybody take inspiration? I don't know. But if you do, if you are for some reason inspired by my words, and that's not even a diss, man. Like if you're inspired by my words, man, thanks. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even dissing you. Like thanks, bro. Thank you for being inspired. Like I hope I'm making a difference. I mean, that's why I'm here for this YouTube channel. I hope I'm here. I hope I'm doing something cool. You know what I mean? Hope I'm influencing you. But yeah, if you're inspired by me, and I do inspire you to pick up the camera and talk about your life, or I inspire you to go outside and hang out with your friends, or I inspire you to take up that new job, then try it, man. And let me know, man. Let me know. Be like, man, I used to be a guy that would always stay inside. I used to be a recluse. You know what I mean? I used to just always stay inside just because I'd make up excuses. But because of you, Alex Gilbert, because of you, King Alex Gilbert, you gave me confidence to go do this, do X thing. And I would just like to say, like, good job, man. I wish you luck to whatever you do. I hope it pans out. If you want to make a YouTube channel, maybe I'm inspire you to make a YouTube channel. Maybe I inspire you to put on the headset, go live. Maybe I inspire you to do something, right? Don't expect instant results no matter what you do. Don't expect 100% success rate. Don't expect 100% approval. But do expect 100% approval for yourself, man. Because think about it. If you doubt every single move, if you doubt everything you do, why should somebody trust in you? And I struggle with this as well, man. Like I said, I'm no different, man. I'm just like you guys. Just because I'm in front of a microphone, just because I have a camera pointing at my face, just because I'm playing World of Warcraft, just because I have 116 subscribers, just because I have 8 live concurrent viewers, that doesn't make me superhuman. That doesn't make me above you. That doesn't make me a god. It doesn't make me a king. I mean, technically I'm King Alex Gilbert, but you know what I mean. That doesn't make me special. And if I could slowly work to improve myself, maybe you can too, man. Maybe you can too. And just know, you're not alone. You're not alone. And I'm sure, like, if this ever gets huge, I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments as well that are talking about this, be like, man, you inspired me. You inspired me. Thank you. So you're not alone in the comment sections either. That's all I just really wanted to say. You're just not alone in the comment section. You're not alone. You're not alone. And maybe one day I'll get to 100,000 subs. I'm huge. Or maybe you get 100,000 subs and you're like telling this story on how you got to YouTube and you're like, man, this dude, this random stream I came across, I went down this rabbit hole, and this guy, he was really entertaining. And then he started speaking fact, you know. He started being like, man, you have to hold your destiny in your hands. You have to believe in yourself, because who's going to believe in yourself? Like, who is going to believe in you if not you? You know what I mean? If you don't believe in yourself, who else will? I don't know, man. Maybe this is just some cliche, stupid movie logic. You know what I mean? Stupid, cliche advice. Or maybe it's something deeper. Maybe I'm actually getting real with you guys. I don't know. Like I said, I'm sleep deprived. Well, actually, not even sleep deprived. I'm just sleepy. I'm not sleep deprived because I actually got some nice sleep last night. But I also wanted to stream out to the world. I wanted to put out my live broadcast because I've been doing it every single day for the past 2 weeks. And I wanted to do a nice resolution. And I'm just saying whatever comes to mind, right? I don't think, I speak. When I live stream, my thoughts up here are my thoughts out here. And, you know, maybe I actually do spin up facts. Maybe, like, you know, maybe Astral Talent will look at this and be like, wow, this guy's a genius. You know what I mean? Or Chilo, or a new guy, a new entertainer in the mix. You know, I know people watch my VODs because I watch my little watch time go up. It's cool because the line's like this, right? The line's completely like this. And then somebody watches the entire VOD, so it's just up to this. And then it's like this again. And it's like that because people are watching my entire VODs, and that's great, man. It's like, you know, when it does this, that means, and this is still better than nothing, right? But it means, you know, only somebody watched about 5 minutes of the VOD. They didn't watch that much of it. They didn't really care. They weren't that entertained, which is fine. I mean, hey, if you clicked on it, I always say, hey, if you clicked on my video and you watched it even for a millisecond, you're a little bit entertained by me. So thanks for giving me a try. You know what I mean? Thanks for taking a risk on my unknown channel when you could have did a sure thing on one of your favorite channels. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's no diss to them. But, you know, it's just a lot cooler to watch the graph do boom and then boom because they're watching the entire VOD. So I know people watch the entire VOD, right? Or at least they watch most of the VOD. They watch like 90% of it. So hey, what's up, Astral Talent, if you ever watch the VOD? Or what's up, anybody else, Chilo, or anybody else who watched the VOD? I hope I'm dropping real facts, you know what I mean? Or something makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just generic cookie cutter advice, but I'm doing this as well. I'm going through a self-improvement journey. I mean, to be honest with you, this scheduling, this senior year scheduling, CSA Cyberdome, this digital internship boot camp impact, it's been forcing me to get out of my shell, you know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta get out of your shell. And if you don't want to get out of your shell, right? Every single fiber of your being, right? There's not a single part of you that doesn't want to get out of your shell. You're enjoying life as it is. That's fine. Heck it, man. More power to you. But if there's a part of you that's like, man, maybe I shouldn't be playing video games 8 hours a day. No. Man, maybe I shouldn't be playing video games 8 hours a day. Man, maybe I shouldn't be doom scrolling for 8 hours a day. Man, maybe I shouldn't binge watch YouTube. Man, maybe I shouldn't Netflix and chill. Then go out, do something, and grab your life into your own hands, man. And never, ever let somebody tell you, no, you can't do that, unless it's hurting somebody else, obviously. Like, you know, obvious cliches. You know, if you want to murder somebody, like somebody made you angry and you want to murder them, and somebody tells you no, that's valid. But if you want to be like an astronaut, if you want to be president of the United States, if you want to be a live streamer, a YouTuber, a professional race car driver, man, don't expect it to be easy. Expect there to be a grind, and have it in the back of your mind that if you're going for something professional, right? Like, yeah, you can always be an astronaut, but if you're going for a professional YouTuber or something else, have it in the back of your mind that it might not cut out and have plan B. But don't let anybody else tell you, and that's just in the back of your mind, right? Just like a small plan B type thing. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, typical generic advice like that. But don't you even dare for a second be like, no, you can't be president of the United States. You can't be an astronaut. You can't be a professional marathon runner. Never let anybody tell you that. Your life is yours, man.
Hello.
Last I checked,
Stay focused.
you're living your life. I'm pretty sure they're not living their lives. I'm pretty sure they're not living your life. You're living your life. And you're not living their life either. So do what you want to do, man. And goes for vice versa as well, man. If you are hell-bent, right, dead set on gaming at Walmart, you know what I mean? Gaming at Walmart, just mooching off the public Wi-Fi, getting some McDoubles, some Big Macs, and playing World of Warcraft all day. Don't let anybody tell you can't do that either, unless they kick you out. I mean, obviously McDonald's owns the business, so if they kick you out, walk out of there. But don't let anybody tell you, nah, you can't do that. You gotta be successful. You gotta have a legacy. Nah, man, if that's truly just what you want to do and how you spend your days, then do it. Just make sure it's 100% what you want to do, you know what I mean? Because what is successful, man? One dude's success is different from another dude's success. You know what I mean? Like, for my successful, it would be getting at least a silver play button on YouTube. But somebody else successful would just be posting a YouTube video as a hobby. So you gotta think about it, right? Like, what is your successful? What do you want to do? And how hard would it be able for you to do it right now? Like, if you start right now. That's why I made a rap channel, man. I made a rap channel. And then you know what I realized? I realized, no, I don't just want to do a rap channel. No. I want to do a storytelling video. And then you know what I said to myself? No, I want to do a live stream. Because you know why? Because I don't dictate. Like, yes, I listen to my fans, right? I listen to Chilo, I listen to Astral Talent, Scratch Eddie, Game, Emerald Dev, stuff like that. I obviously listen to them, and their opinions do play a little bit of a role into what I do. But this channel is still all run by me. I'm the dictator, and this is my channel. This is my life. I get to do what I want to do. Yes, I went live today because Astral Talent and Chilo wanted me to, but also because deep down I wanted to as well. You know what I mean? This is my life. This is my channel. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Don't let any other people be like, no, you can't do that. Unless it's like your parents. If you're a child, right? I will say this. Disclaimer. If you're a child and you're under 18 and your parents tell you go do the dishes or something, right? Go do the yard work. Go do the yard work. You know what I mean? Your parents, they're paying for your house. They're teaching you life lessons. You know what I mean? Even if you don't want to do it, go do it. I mean, sure, like if it's something like really stupid, then be like, what the crap, you know what I mean? What the crap. But also, you know, disclaimer. If you're a kid under the age of 18, your parents tell you to do something, go do it. Same thing with your boss, really. Unless your boss is like really stupid or something else. Like if your boss is telling you to do something at work and it's not too much of a hassle, go do it. I mean, you signed up for work. If not, quit. You know what I mean? Either do what your boss tells you to do or quit. You know, don't complain. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, no. Never mind. You can't complain. You can 100% complain. But don't complain too much to the point where it becomes too much of a hassle. Just quit, man, at that point. I don't know. Maybe I'm spitting facts. Maybe I'm not. Like I said, I'm a little bit tired. My thoughts may not be congruent. I don't know. Maybe people are being like, wow, you're making sense. Maybe people are being like, wow, this guy, Alex Gilbert, he's spitting facts, yo. This guy, Alex Gilbert, I like him. I'm going to drop a sub, like, and comment. You know what I mean? He helped me become who I want to be. He's my inspiration. I started a YouTube channel because of him. I quit my job and I'm becoming a better person because of him. I stopped having people walk all over me because of him. I stopped having people define boundaries. I stopped having people be like, no, you can't do that. And I started saying, yes, I can do that. I stopped getting that in my mind. I stopped being like, man, I can't do this, to, man, I will do this. Man, I will be a 100,000 subs YouTuber. Man, I will be an astronaut. I don't know, inspirational, I guess. None of my IRL friends are on either, so it's kind of hard to dictate where I'm going. Rambling. I don't know, no chatters either. Just people live, just watching me. And this will go down, like I said, it would go with all my other VODs. More time for people to be like, what's up, people? I'm King Alex Gilbert, and people will be watching me right on the VOD. People will be watching me on the VOD. Maybe I resonate with them. Maybe they're like, okay, this dude's talking a little bit of gibberish, but I like the World of Warcraft gameplay, and I like the background noise. But I hope, man, even if it's just one person, whether it be live right now, or out there on a VOD 1 year later, a decade later, or even a second after this gets posted, and they end up making their life better, end up going in a direction they want to go because of me. That's great. That's great. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Like I said, I mean, you don't even have to. It's too personal. But please leave a comment below. Just being like, man, because of you, this random dude in his mom's basement, I'm going to do something with my life, you know what I mean? I'm going to start taking the reins for something I want to do personally, but I've always told myself no, or let other people tell me no, or I lacked the self-esteem to do it. Who knows, man? Who knows, like I said. Or maybe everybody's sitting here like, oh my god, get over it, man. Get along. Stop rambling, dude. Stop rambling. Like, maybe everybody's saying that. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'm being deep, man. Maybe I'm being deep and introspective. Or maybe everybody's like, Jesus Christ, get on with it, old man. I mean, even though I'm not an old man, but that's basically what I'm sounding like. Oh, I forgot to get the flight path over here. One second, I gotta go fly over to get the flight path. Maybe they're all like, oh my god, get over with it. Oh man. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I need stuff to talk about, like I said. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because, like, that's what streaming is, you know? Sharing the deep introspective thoughts in an entertaining format to maybe resonate with the viewers, talk with the community, talk with the chatters. And it is what it is. And I need to talk about, you know, because I was sitting here, right, not making a single facial expression, sitting here absolutely, you know what I mean? Like if I sit there like that, nobody's gonna watch me, you know what I mean? I mean, they might be able to watch me for the World of Warcraft gameplay, but, you know, people like Chilo, people like Astral Talent, they actually wouldn't really watch me, you know what I mean? Because they'll probably watch me, I would assume, because of my personality. We'll see what they comment below. Remember, comment below, why did you start watching King Alex Gilbert? What got you hooked? Why do you keep coming back? I am very curious about that in the VOD comments below or something like that. I'm very curious on your opinions. Because, you know, like I said, Astral Talent, you don't tune into my lives, but I still consider you a live stream viewer, you know what I mean? Because you're watching the VODs.
Hello. What wisdom do you seek?
You know what I mean? So, I still consider you a loyal viewer. And like you said, you are a loyal viewer as well. So I consider you a loyal viewer. And we'll just see. We'll just see how it all plans out. Maybe I become big, right? Maybe I become big and this video becomes really popular. And then I actually resonate with a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. Like I said, I've just posted out there. I'm letting the algorithm do the work for me. And maybe, you know, it ends up getting somebody that needs it. And then they end up making their life better. You know, they end up stopping the cycle of self-loathing, the cycle of despair, the cycle of depression, the cycle of sadness, the cycle of sorrow. And it ends up making their life better. Because that's what I'm trying to do as well, you know what I mean? Last year of high school. The tutorial's almost over. The senior year. After this, it's the real games, I guess. The games begin, really, you know what I mean? You know, you're illegally tried as an adult. You know, you commit a crime and you go to prison. You know, you don't... you have all these responsibilities. Pay the electric bill. Pay your taxes. Stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't even know what the crap being an adult is, you know what I mean? But that's what happens after high school. Jury duty, stuff like that. And who knows? Who knows what happens to me? Maybe after I turn to an adult, I have to abandon this channel for XYZ reason. That could also happen as well. Maybe I abandon this channel for XYZ reason. Or maybe I keep posting at it. I don't think I'll ever fully abandon this channel. I may go on hiatus, right? I may go on hiatus every once in a while for months, maybe even years. But then I'll always be back and be like, what's up, guys? I'm King Alex Gilbert. I'm 30 years old. I'm back making content. Here's a YouTube short. Here's a video. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just this YouTube channel, this live stream, this VOD, or any other video you're watching, any other community post. It's an extension of my soul. It's a personal diary. It's a time capsule. And that's why I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll ever make it disappear.
Tell me of your travels.
The content may not always stay the same, you know what I mean? I'm not always going to be playing World of Warcraft in this Pandaria. I may be playing Fortnite or Cyberpunk or maybe this new hit game or just talking with chat, going on a hike, you know, talking around, walking around, doing some vlogs. I have no idea. And we'll just see. You know, we're all just... I always like to think, you know those dead dandelions, right? Those almost dead dandelions that are white and then you can blow on them. And then when you blow on them, the seeds fly away in the wind. I like to think we're all just a little dandelion and we're all just being influenced by the wind, you know? Our seeds are flying around, stuff like that.
Oh, hello.
I like to think that at least.
Welcome.
And we'll see where our destiny lies, where your destiny lies, where my destiny lies. Maybe we'll cross paths. Maybe in real life or in the digital world. Maybe we'll cross paths later. You know, maybe you're a silent viewer, or maybe you're even the talkative person like Chilo, Astral Talent, Tap Man, people like that. And we cross paths in real life. Or in the digital sphere, we collab, maybe. Maybe, you know, we do something or another. Who knows, man? Who knows what life has in store for us? I like to think, you know, even with all these trials and tribulations I talk about on stream, I like to think I lived the good life, man, you know? I could have spawned in Africa. You know what I mean? I could have spawned in Africa starving. Instead, I'm in America. Freedom! You know what I mean? First Amendment, Constitution. So I'd like to think I'm fortunate, you know what I mean? Like, it could always be worse, you know what I mean? And it's not even that bad on the front, just spawning, you know what I mean? I've had a great family. I mean, I have a freaking gaming computer that I could play in 2K resolution, stream to YouTube in 2K resolution, and stream to Twitch in 720p. And be perfectly fine. So don't you think for a second, like I have all this great technology, I have a 4K TV, I have all these movies I can watch, entertainment at my fingertips, an Xbox One, a Nintendo Switch, a Wii U, a Wii, a 2DS, a freaking phone, a Google Pixel 3 XL. I mean, I have all kinds of entertainment, I have all kinds of great stuff, a bed, a nice loving family. It's just on the social aspect, I rolled a 1 instead of a nat 20, you know? I mean, I didn't even really roll nat 20, but I probably rolled like a 15. Like when I was rolling D12 dice, you know, I have a nice house to live in. I probably rolled a 15 on a D12 dice for my social being, my social status. I have a boom arm, a Blue Yeti microphone. I mean, I could go on how fortunate I am on that front, you know? It's just my social life. And you can't have the best life ever. You know what I mean? You can't have everything being the best. The trade-off has to be somewhere. And for me, it's my social life, my anxiety, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you know, you can't have it be great everywhere. So like, it's not to say I live a bad life. I know maybe I've implied it, you know what I mean? I've implied it with my videos, I implied it with my scheduling, I implied it with all these other live streams. I know I've implied it the better ways as well, though. Like, I know I've implied that I've lived the great life as well. And I just don't. I want to say right now, right? I want to say right now, I don't live a bad life. Or at least I don't think I do. I mean, could I live a bad? No. Could I live a better life? Of course. Everybody could. Everybody, even the billionaires, even Elon Musk himself, he could live a better life as well. But that doesn't mean my life's bad. So I just want to clear that up with you guys. I mean, I think I would like to say I live a happy life, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I go to school and that's miserable sometimes in person. But then when I come home, I can play World of Warcraft, you know, I can do basically whatever the heck I want when I go home. And that's great, you know, freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to do whatever the heck I want. And that's why I think I live the good life, you know what I mean? Like, if I had to like rank my life on a D12 dice, it'd probably be at 12, like slightly better. Like I'd probably roll a 12. That's probably what my life is. Maybe even 13, to be honest with you. Because yeah, it could be better by social anxiety and all these stressful events. But you know, I'm doing great. Maybe even a 14. I would say a 15. 15's a little bit too high. But yeah, I seem to roll like a 12, 13, or 14. You know, I didn't roll nat 1. Could stuff be better? Yeah. But I'm living a great life, man. And don't be deterred. Like, obviously, I share my failings. I share my anxiety. I share it with you guys, but I also share my happiness. But don't focus on the sadness. And don't focus on the happiness either, obviously. Because my life's not perfect. My life's not miserable. I'm in the middle. Like everybody else, I'm in the middle. Maybe I'm less skewed towards the middle than somebody in Africa. Maybe I'm less skewed towards the middle than somebody like Elon Musk. But we're still all in the middle, you know what I mean? None of us have the perfect life. So don't expect, like don't feel pity for me. I mean, you can if you want to, right? If you want to feel pity for me because I have all this social anxiety and stuff, you can if you want to, but don't feel obligated because I live a bad life, because I honestly don't. I don't live a bad life. In fact, I probably live a better life than you watching this, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I obviously don't know your life experience, right? But I think on average, I probably live a better life than you. You probably have more problems than me. So don't hyperfixate on my problems, man. Don't make my own problems your own problems. You know what I mean? I'm sure you don't do that already. But that goes to like anybody that gets a little bit too invested. Like, there's already so many things you have to worry about in life. Don't add my problems that you can't fix whatsoever. Because I'm just a dude talking on the mic. If you want to take inspiration from me, that's fine. If you want to take entertainment from me, that's fine as well. You know? But don't make my life and my struggles part of your life and your struggles. You know what I mean? There's already so much to worry about in life. Don't make my stuff more on there. But yeah, if you want to take inspiration from me, if you want to take my opinions and stuff, if you want to value my opinions, value my life advice, value whatever I say, that's great, man. In fact, that's spectacular. But don't let me weigh you down, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm having a bad day, your day doesn't have to be bad either, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm having a bad day, that doesn't mean you have to have a bad day as well. You know what I mean? I just hope I can cheer you up, you know? And maybe you'll cheer me up on a bad day as well. Maybe one day you'll leave me an amazing comment being like, wow, this is amazing. You're helping me through all this stuff. And I can read that and that'll just warm my heart, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm here to help you guys out, you know what I mean? I'm here to post videos, to entertain you guys, make you forget about your sorrows, make you forget about your anxiety, make you forget about all the bad stuff in life. I'm not here so you could panic with me, that you could stress out me. Now, if you want to follow my lore with my schedule, right? Like I said, with my scheduling was stressful. You could be a little bit stressed out, kind of like how you get stressed out in a movie, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going to happen to the main character. But once when that movie's over, you're not really that stressed out anymore, you know what I mean? It's like you could be stressed out in the moment, right? Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh my God, my schedule's all falling apart. In the moment. But don't let it keep affecting your day and be like, oh man, I wonder if Alex is okay. I wonder if Alex is okay. I mean, you can think that every sporadically, like every periodically. But don't always be like, oh no, is Alex okay? Is Alex okay? Because I am, to be honest with you. Or if I'm not, like, don't let me bring you down, basically. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here to, I guess I would say serve you. Because I don't serve anybody. Like I'm saying, when I go live, I don't have a schedule when I go live. I go live whenever the heck I want to go live. Whenever I post videos, that's whenever the heck I want to post videos. So I don't want to say I serve you, but I'm here to give you content to make you happy. So don't make yourself sad in the process, I guess. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't know if it makes any sense. Once again, I might be just rambling and somebody's like, oh my God, get over with it. You know what I mean? I mean, the WoW content's entertaining, but this guy's a rambler. This guy's a nerd. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just hope I can resonate with you, that I can reach out, touch you, because like I said, I may just be pixels, right? A man on a screen. My voice is all digitalized now when it gets sent through the microphone. Nothing seems real, but I am real. I am real. I'm a real person. I feel envy. I feel rage. I feel sadness. I know I might seem like a character. I might seem fake, like a movie, like an actor.
Tell me of your travels.
But it's true. I am King Alex Gilbert, just like you. And everything that I can accomplish, you can accomplish as well. Everything that I can fail on, you could fail on as well. You know, there's no difference between you and I. The only difference between you and I is I have a small audience and I'm the guy with the microphone talking and you're not. I'm gonna wait for this quest until tomorrow, actually. That quest I'm not doing tonight. Nope. That's a long quest and it's gonna take forever to do it. I thought it was gonna be a quick little quest stream I could wrap off on. I remember that quest. I'm not doing it. Also, I will want to say, if you notice, I was in a different place than I left off in last stream. I did play this guy a little bit off stream. I know I wanted to play him all the way on stream, but if you notice, my gold count is back down to 3,000 or 33,843. That's because I bought heirlooms because I'm going to level a new warlock, and obviously all my gold was on this guy, and the only way to get the heirlooms was to go to Orgrimmar, and obviously I left off here. So yes, I did play this guy a little bit off stream, but don't worry, nothing major. And obviously I will eventually have to play this guy off stream. And I didn't like do any questing content or anything. I might have emptied out my bags too, but don't worry on that front. Nothing major happened without you guys watching it. And eventually I will have to stop playing this guy only on stream because soon I'll have to pause my streaming. But until then, we ride the wave, man. But yeah, let me do the outro. Does anybody else? To my 5 concurrent viewers, Chilo, are you still in here? Do you want to see anything before I go? Do you want to ask any questions before I go? I'll do the outro while that happens. And we'll just pick up where we left off tomorrow or the next day or Monday. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll get to that bridge once we cross it. It's 2:35 a.m. It's time to go to bed. It was the weekend. I want to do a nice 2-hour stream, a nice bonus stream, a nice old night stream, like Chi was saying, the old nostalgic past. But let's get to this. Thank you all for watching my World of Warcraft Killing the Sha of Anger stream. Harness your rage. We killed the Sha of Anger. It was literally only 2 minutes of stream, I know. Complete blunder on my end. I was going to make it this whole epic event, but I went in group with the people, and the Sha of Anger was half dead, so you probably didn't even realize it. I didn't even highlight the boots I got. I got some nice epic boots. I highlighted them 30 minutes later. So the main objective of this stream was really boring, but we did kill my first world boss as Gandrium, the Sha of Anger. It was great, you know what I mean? So thank you all for watching that. Thank you for anybody that tuned in for the stream, even if it was for a second. Thank you to the 5 concurrent viewers that are still watching the stream as I do this outro. I think that's all about it, really. More streaming soon, I guess. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or Monday. I will definitely stream on Monday, so tune in then. And it'll probably be morning. If I do stream tomorrow, it might be at night though, because it is the weekend. But my streams on Monday and Tuesday will be in the morning, like I normally do, like I've been doing. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you're liking the content so far. This is a great live stream, man. I like hanging out with you guys, doing my great World of Warcraft live streaming. I hope you guys like it as well. You guys seem to be liking it. Great thing. That's honestly the best thing I've done for my YouTube, for growth-wise at least. Everybody seems to be loving it. Great content. Great just rambling, talking about my life. It's been great for me as well. Great for the soul. But yeah, this was King Alex Gilbert. And like always, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and like Scratch Eddie said, we'll do this new implication, a great life. What a